Hello guys, my name is Erich, but some of you might know me as Hano. Currently I'm working on my portfolio, so I wanted to show the process behind the creation of a game asset like a weapon. Inspired by the Bloodstone weapons of Guild Wars 2, I'm creating my own version of the staff. Hope you enjoy the video and learn some things. And please, forgive me for my English. It's not my mother tongue, so well, enjoy the video as much as you can. First of all, I draw some sketches. I absolutely love digital painting, but I feel more comfortable sketching on paper. Old habits die hard, I guess. Once I know what I want to do, I transition to digital painting. I start with a sketch, and then I draw the clean lines and the color base. For a quick project this should be enough, but I like to put some volume and texture to help me visualize what I'm looking for. Once the concept art is done, I start modeling. The technique I will use here is called box modeling. Box modeling is a technique in 3D modeling where a primitive shape, such as a box, is used to make the basic shape of the final model. The staff design has a lot of hard edges, so I prefer to start with the low poly and then transition to the high poly one. I need the high poly to bake the normals, a type of map that fools the light of the game engine and creates an illusion of relief. Once the base is done, I do the UVs. The purpose of UV mapping is to project the model into a 2D map, a necessary thing if I want the textures to work properly. For the crystal at the top, I used a different technique. I sculpt the rock directly into high poly and then I made the retopology to make the low poly. This is currently, in my opinion, the best way to do a model for a game. Now, instead of sculpting all the details in ZBrush, I will use the Quixel suit and its endo to draw the details of the normal map. Once this is ready, I will start with the texture. The drawings of the top didn't convince me at all, so I decided to start again. I wanted to put some Bloodstone inscriptions to be more lore-friendly, and I prefer this design better. I didn't have much time, so I couldn't work as much as I wanted on the texture, but lucky me, Quixel has an amazing library of smart materials that allow me to create a decent base in a very short amount of time. Once the base is created, I will draw the details. And that's the final result. Well, not yet, but we are close. The 4 maps that I want for the staff and another 4 for the Bloodstone. Normally all parts of the model are condensed into one set of maps, but I wanted to use the Bloodstone in another project, so I separated it. Now we have to import it to Unity. The staff may look cool in 3DO, but when you change the rendering software you have to make some changes to the texture. Different renderers work differently, though. I'm told Quixel Suit uses Unity renderer, but anyway you still have to make some adjustments. This texture is far from ready, but for a 7-hour project I'm pretty happy with the result. And that's it. That's the video. Hope you like it, and I really hope you understood all I was saying, because you know I need to work on my pronunciation. I have a weird accent, I suppose, because my mother tongue isn't only Spanish but also Catalan, so my English accent is a bit of a mess. A bit of a mixture of these two, and that's why I don't have a sexy Oberyn Martel accent, but I'm working on it. Thank you for staying to the end. Cheers guys, and bye.